Aloha and Tashi Delay from Kauai Tibetan Buddhist Dharma Center. We're located here on the island of Kauai in Hawaii. I'm Lama Tashi. We do this class every week, 6 to 8 o'clock on Zoom, and it is recorded and put on our website, kauaidharma.org. When we do these classes in mind training and in the tradition of shamanistic Tibetan Buddhism, it is to bring one's true nature out into their, what we call human condition. And only humans can do this. So when we talk about sentient beings, humans are the most benefit, because with the help of the Dharma and the Buddhist teachings and the guidance of the Lamas, one can quickly come to recognize their natural mind, which is their true nature. And in that way, overcome the habitual tendencies of what we call dualistic fixation, which means the habit of the subject and the object emotionally interacting in a way that causes distortion to everything that we are sensing and thinking about. So the practices are all designed to remove that distortion. Once you see your true nature in its true light, it is called Buddhahood. And all sentient beings have this nature in their consciousness already. But because of the emotional relative distortion I just mentioned, they cannot connect to it. They are fixated on what we call the judgmental nature of the relative world, relative mind. And that is called conditional. The other nature that exists and is expressed by our phenomenal natural world is called unconditional or natural. And the word nature applies to everything in the phenomenal world that we can sense or think about. Tonight we're going to do the Medicine Buddha practice, also the practice of the 5 element practice, healing practice, together with the 3 lights breathing, and also what is called empty body meditation or Yantra yoga, using special breathing techniques that were taught to us by Lama Namkai Norbu. So to start the practice, we must generate what is called the mind of enlightenment, which is simply a unique motivation that we are doing this for all sentient beings. And we see all these sentient beings or think of them as our mothers. So I'm going to sound that altruistic motivation, which is the theme of all Tibetan practice, and who was introduced by the Buddha Shakyamuni. In order to attain enlightenment for myself and limitless sentient beings, our mothers, we now all together take refuge and start with the practice of making prostrations. Then I'm going to chant that in Sanskrit. Tadam Jowa Namke Tadam Yampe Semchem Tamche Dudine Jumte Jisi Chengchu Ningpo Lashi Kibardu. Then we take refuge in the support, which is the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, which is called the 3 roots. and the three jewels, and then also in the three roots of Sutra and Tantric practice, which is the Lama Guru with all of the what we call peaceful and protector deities. And those are called the three roots. The word root refers to the root of the Sutra and Tantric tradition. I'll say this, we say this together in English. We go for refuge to all the holy lamas. We go for refuge to all the yidams, which are the deities gathered in our mandala practice. We go for refuge to all the Buddhas, those who have conquered the mind and gone beyond. We go for refuge to all this supreme Dharma. We go for refuge to all the noble Sangha, and we go for refuge to all the Dakinis and Dakinis, who are the protectors and defenders of Dharma. All of these possess the eye of transcending awareness. And we chant that in Tibetan. Palden Lama Dampa Namla Chapsu Chio Yedam Chokorgi Latso Namla Chapsu Chio Chanje Chon Dende Namla Chapsu Chio Dampe Chur Namla Chapsu Chio Palpe Gendum Namla Chapsu Chio Pawo Gandro Chokyum Sume Sho Yesheki Shendong Dempa Namla Chapsu Chio. And we say the Bodhisattva prayer using the 6 disciplines as the basis of all practice. To the Buddha, Dharma, and this Supreme Assembly, we go for refuge until enlightenment. May I, through merit practicing the 6 Bodhisattva disciplines, called the 6 perfections, accomplish Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. Then in Sanskrit, Sanjay Chodam Choki Chodam La Jangshu Tardu Dagni Chapsu Chip Dagi Jinso Chipe Chodam Pi Jola Injur Sanjay Jupar Sho. The 3 roots and the 3 jewels together are called the wish-fulfilling gem of wisdom. And wisdom is the word Dharma. Buddha is the sound of the vibration of your natural mind, and Da is the contemplating or experiencing to the point where we realize that to be our true nature and are completely convinced that the result of that, the practice of that, and that realization brings lasting happiness. Tonight, before we start the 3 lights prana yoga practice, we're going to do the nine Yantra breaths taught to us by Lama Namkai Norbu. These are called, Yantra is a word for purifying the energies of the body so that we are not only more healthy, but more effective in everything that we do, not only in our Dharma practice, but in our relative life situations. When we use the sound 9, 3 of these apply to the body. Then the energy of the body being regenerated affects the speech. So 3 are for the speech, and then 3 are for the mind. And they're done in sequence using what we call mudra, or position. And closing the left and right nostril to effect that the channels are opening up what we call the nadis, of which there are said to be 84,000 channels of light already in our physical situation. And the Dharma opens these and removes any obstructions that were placed there through our common worldly activities and emotional preoccupation. So sit with your back straight, hands in a comfortable position, either on your knees or in your lap. Head slightly tilted forward, mouth closed, tongue resting against the palate, and eyes slightly open and gazing into the space and about 2 feet in front. When we use this yantra, we visualize that the energy in the body on the inhale is filling up with light from the bottom of your torso up to your throat. When you exhale, then you visualize all of that draining out and the body becoming like space or empty. So the vessel of the body is completely pure. These are the 2 energies of life support, of life force, that permeate all life in the universe. To do this practice, inhale, and as you inhale, raise your right hand and close your left nostril. And as you bring your hand up to close the nostril, visualize light filling your body like a vase to the level of the throat. The men start with the right hand and the women with the left. So we'll do three breaths on each side, visualizing inhale, light up, exhale, light out, empty. We'll do 3 clearing breaths before we start. To do that, inhale deep down into your lungs and exhale sharply out your nose. Second breath, inhale. Third breath, inhale. Now we start the 9 yantra breathing method. Inhale, raise your right hand. Light filling up to your throat. Close the nostril. Exhale out the left nostril, and as soon as you start the exhale, remove this hand and bring it down back to your knee. Now do the opposite side. Inhale, light up. Exhale, all light out. The other opposite side. Inhale, close the nostril. Exhale. Third time. Inhale. exhale. Now you're doing this 3 times on each side. Then, after you've done that 3 times on each side, light up and light out, then inhale, fill up, and bend forward. And as you bend forward, exhale, and all the light out. Come back up, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. That's 3 times. Then inhale and breathe normally. Contemplate space, which is directly in front of your eye. Contemplation means no labeling, no judging, no visualizing. Just relax and observe or be aware. If you are sensitive, you will probably feel better in your body. Okay, now we're going to do it again and with no guided meditation. Just remember, when the arm is up, you're filling up. Inhale. Relax. Contemplate space. Be present and aware. Dedicate the merit. Now we start the 3 lights prana yoga practice and the integration of that with the 5 element healing practice. It's good to have your body in the 5 mudras, but if you're laying down or standing, that's okay too. To start the Prana Yoga 3 lights practice, inhale and visualize the air as the 5 elements filling your lungs with white light. The absorption breath, the middle breath, is visualized as red light to every cell in your body. Even your hair. The third breath is a combination of the first 2, as blue light out your nose to space. Inhale white light, fill your lung. Red light through your body. Combine these 2 and exhale the blue light as blue light out your nose as a powerful healing breath to every being throughout space. Do this 3 lights practice at least 9 times, or until you feel yourself start to settle into a state of calmness. Then take the meditation focus off of your breath and combine the 3 lights into a tiny particle. Visualize placed in the center of the central channel of your life force in the center of your chest. This tigli or bindu is to represent the center of the entire light of our phenomenal world, which is present throughout the boundless fabric of space. In this dimension of being, no meditation is necessary, simply contemplation, which means no labeling, no judgment. Just be present, open, and aware. Then the healing energy of this dimension of being is now recentered by visualizing the particle again in the center of your chest and imagining it to grow into a small sphere of clear light. No color code. Then keep expanding this sphere until you arrange it in the dimension of one of the geometric forms of the 5 elements. Tonight we're going to use the element of earth for this healing practice. So that small sphere, as it grows, it becomes a 6-sided yellow sphere of light, a six-sided yellow cube of light, and we label that symbol Earth. Try to keep it as small as your thumbnail. Three-dimensional. Visualize it to move out in front of your body and up before your eyes, 2 feet in front. At this point, you can open your eyes a little more, which will enhance the energy absorption of this practice. In that yellow cube, 2 feet in front, visualize it to grow in size large enough to be, you can see your physical form sitting inside, or laying if you're laying down or standing. Then visualize it to expand in size to completely enclose a large area of where you're doing this practice. We imagine this island of Kauai, which is about 30 to 40 miles in diameter, and the surrounding ocean to be inside this yellow cube labeled Earth. Visualize it to grow inside to completely enclose Mother Earth, including her atmosphere. Keeping focus and imagination together, expanded in size to completely include our entire galaxy. Then expanded in size to completely merge with space. Relax in this dimension. It has no boundary or edges. So again, you simply contemplate without fixating on the experiences. But simply the energy. And this way you start to realize that all of the elements are of the same nature, but in application, some are more appropriate than others for healing. You cannot have one of the elements without the other four. Then again, using focus and imagination, reinvent the cube to completely enclose our galaxy. Reduce it in size to just enclosing our solar system. Smaller and smaller to just enclosing Mother Earth. smaller and smaller to enclosing our town, city, island, or a large area of where we are doing this practice. Condense it to the size of a small room, seeing your physical body inside. All of the life force and life support energy of the universe is now being directed into your physical situation for healing. To end the practice, bring the six-sided cube to its original small size, 2 feet out in front of your eyes. Visualize it, see it, there. Bring it to chest level and into your heart chakra. Reduce it in size to the small clear light sphere, smaller and smaller till it again becomes the small pinpoint of light like a tiny diamond or atom, and relax as it merges with the infinite light of boundless space. Be present and aware without any judgment, contemplating space. Thoughts arise, do not attach. Sensual perceptions of the body arise, do not block. The nature of everything is like space, sunyata, voidness. Realizing this, your natural mind becomes present. This presence produces lasting happiness. Generate it in all of your practices of meditation and prayer and all of the movement in your everyday activity. And as you go to sleep at night and wake in the morning from your dream. We have such good karma as Dharma practitioners that we recognize that we were without the 8 unfavorable conditions that would prevent us from seeking to understand and realize our true nature with the guidance of the Dharma and our Lama. This is the preciousness of this human existence. At the same time, we realize that everything is impermanent and that we should use this precious situation now. All of the tendencies, good and bad, of past life have followed us like a shadow into this life and need to be dealt with. The Dharma is the method to deal with these hidden tendencies, especially the harmful negative ones, and bring out the positive and precious. Conditioned existence is unfavorable. Why? Because of aging, sickness, and the process of dying and death. The universe itself is constantly changing, and we must be flexible in moving with those changes. To do this, Dharma practice is absolutely necessary. And then your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual program will greatly improve. And your future will be more and more positive. And these 4 thoughts that I just mentioned to you are on the back of the refuge sheet. And down in the lower corner, it has what is called the 4 immeasurable wishes. And these are the cause for practices that we do. And most important in the practice of the medicine Buddha, which is the symbol of all of the healing practices introduced by the Buddha and all the men and women, lamas from that time down to the present time. We wish that all beings be happy and have the causes of happiness. We wish that all beings be removed from suffering and the cause of that suffering. We wish that all sentient beings be placed in a state of irreversible bliss beyond any form of judgment or emotionality. And number 4, we wish that all sentient beings be free through their practice of judgmental mind, free of attachment, aversion, pride, jealousy, and other negative qualities such as fear, anxiety, and depression, and so forth. Those 4 immeasurable wishes and these 4 thoughts are the medicine Buddha's basis of practice. And one of the most auspicious symbols, one of the 8 auspicious symbols, is this 8-spoked wheel of the Dharma. In the center of the 8 spokes is a tiny tigli, or reference point. And this reference point is for us taking birth. And when we take birth, then there are 3 lines that shoot out from this reference point. Ignorance, attachment, and aversion start to develop as soon as we enter into the human form at birth. Then a sphere of energy is created that represents our body. And it comes with these 8 conditions of existence. And I've marked them on here. The first one, sight, then hearing, then smell, then taste, then touch, then judgment and thinking, and finally, emotional response. Now these 8 are also the 5 of the body and 3 of the mind. And the surface out here is the influence of the world around it. So this 8-spoked wheel represents for us to deal with the causes of these 8 conditions of our existence being transformed or purified. Starting in the upper spoke, that's ignorant. Then attachment, then aversion, then pride, then jealousy, then never being satisfied. It's called greed. Then those are all the Dharma to treat the cause. And so the 8-spoked wheel evolves as the 8 petals of the medicine Buddha seat, together with the sun and moon, which are the factors of support in taking life in our earthly situation. And when we represent this outer sphere, it's the same outer sphere that we are dealing with in the physical body. Except 3 of these spokes are also a cause of pain and suffering, as are these 5 emotional afflictions. And they are generated by others. And when we say that, then we're talking karmic influence. And we all have karma. And most of the karma was generated through our previous lives' activities of body, speech, and mind, and the tendencies that occurred brought forth like a shadow with us into this life. And the karma was dealt with how we interacted with other beings in previous lives. So now, in this life, we have to deal with the karmic consequence of sorcery. Other beings directing negative energy at us to cause harm through hexes, curses, and other powerful practices. The next one is the practice of religion, any religion, including Buddhist forms of Buddhism, where their motivation is harmful, directly or implied, or actually taking place. The third one is any harm directed to us by spirits, humans, or animals. And these 8 categories are being dealt with the practice of the Medicine Buddha using the healing sound Om, which we did with the 3 lights. When we turned the Om is the natural energy of healing as light. The Ah is the energy of that permeating our body and the universe. And those 2 together as an ultimate healing energy for all beings throughout space. That's the Om. And this becomes the creation sound and the antidote of using the Medicine Buddha image, blue in color, as our Guru. The Lama Guru representing the Buddha nature of the Lama, wearing robes and sitting on a lotus, 8-petal lotus, sun and moon disk in the sky of our mind, and that the energy of this permeates the entire phenomenal world, the space of our phenomenal world. And it is ornamented with the sun and moon in the sky, and below a natural setting of earth. The Medicine Buddha possesses a bowl of wisdom nectar as medicine for the mind, and in the right hand, the myrobalan fruit used for healing all maladies of the body. So the speech is purified by the seed syllable Om and the mantra of the Medicine Buddha. The mantra surrounds the Om inside our heart center and is sounded Tadyata Om, Bekanzi, Bekanzi, Maha, Bekanzi, Rajda Samangati, Soha. Now these 3 applications together, you don't fixate on any one. In meditation, movement is part of meditation. The mind is always moving. The world around us is always moving. In that way, when you meditate, you're moving your mind from the seed syllable Om, blue in color. It also rests on a lotus, sun, and moon seed, 8-petal. And the mantra, which surrounds the Om, which you are chanting, and the light that you are emanating is a 5-colored healing sphere of energy based on not only the 5 elements, but 5 applications of the elements to purify the cause of any form of sickness or disease, or pain or suffering. So this combination is the practice of the Medicine Buddha. He's sitting on a lion throne. He has a cross vajra draped below. I have one behind me on the shrine. And he has 8 petals. The medicine bowl in his left hand, in his lap, and his right holds the myrobalan fruit for healing applications of all modalities of healing. And this treats the cause. And since it's treating the cause, it can be used in any form of symptomatic medicine, which is all the forms of medicine on the planet, to help deal with ill health in any form. He has 3 eyes, and the robes are golden or maroon color, your choice. And he has a sphere of energy around the head and another sphere of energy emanating his body, out of his body. These 2 go to all sentient beings in all the 4 spirit realms and all the planets where humans and animals take place. So you start by sitting with your back straight. Hands on your knees or in your lap. Head slightly tilted forward, mouth closed. Eyes open. The Lama in front representing the Medicine Buddha, your root Lama, representing all the Lamas of all the lineages of Tibetan Buddhism. From the time of Shakyamuni Buddha down through India, Tibet to today, now, as this symbol. From the forehead of the Lama in front, white light with the sound Om penetrates your head, so you have the empowerment to reference your physical form as the Medicine Buddha. Then red light from the Lama's throat to your throat is the empowerment of the speech to produce the effects of the mantra. And blue light from the Lama's heart chakra is the wisdom emanation into your heart chakra with the sound Hum, so that all of the wisdom nature of your natural mind penetrates your stream of being. Then, when you can see all 3 lights, the white, the red, and the blue coming into you at once, then the Lama in front merges into you. This is called the empowerment of union. So that all the effects of your practice would be generated so that you, in time, realize your true nature and how to use it. See the white Om in your forehead move down the central channel and merge with the Ah. When these 2 spheres are together, then visualize them down the central channel into the Hum. With these 3 together, you generate the Hum that becomes the essence of all Dharma, Sutra and Tantric teaching, Mahayana and Vajrayana, up to the realization of Mahamudra, your true nature, equal to that energy of the entire universe, in harmony. Then you, as the Medicine Buddha, think that all of what you are doing is solely to heal the body, speech, and mind of all the humans, all the animals, and all the spirits on this planet and in the entire universe. In this way, you produce your all-pervasive nature of your consciousness as the Dharmakaya, the wisdom vehicle of this practice. Tadyata, Om, Bikanzi, Bikanzi, Maha Bikanzi, Rajta Samangati Soha. So we're going to chant this mantra 108 times. 100 for all the support deities and gurus. 5 to purify the 5 wisdom, conflicting emotions with our wisdom. And 3, the body, speech, and mind of all sentient beings. Tadyata Om Vakanzi, Maha Vakanzi, Raja Samagate Soha. 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 The white element is the nature of the healing energy of all the space and light permeating our universe into your body. The red element is that actual energy permeating your physical form and then outward to the physical forms of all animals and humans. And then the blue light is the energy of these two working together for your speech and breath to permeate the universe with this healing energy, to gain realization that everything is already in harmony. And these three become a clear sphere of light, which is the home in your heart center. Tadyata Om Bikanzi Bikanzi Ma Bikanzi Raja Samagate Soha. Tadyata Om Bikanzi Bikanzi Ma Bikanzi Raja Samagate Soha. Tadyata Om Bikanzi Bikanzi Ma Bikanzi Raja Samagate Soha. Tadyata Om Bikanzi Bikanzi Ma Bikanzi Raja Samagate Tadyata Vakansi Vakansi Ma Vakansi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Vakansi Vakansi Ma Vakansi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Vakansi Ma Vakansi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Vakansi Vakansi Ma Vakansi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Om Vakansi Vakansi Ma Vakansi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Om Vakansi Vakansi Ma Vakansi Raja Samagati Soha. Then you can also use this visualization and mantra with the seats of a home as you move your mind around in the mandala, seeing it affects all humans, animals, and spirits throughout space, wherever they exist. Also, you can generate the medicine Buddha to certain parts of your physical being for healing, or pain, or some discomfort. For instance, if you have a problem in your knee, then generate the medicine Buddha to that part of your body, small inside. You remain as the main medicine Buddha. That mind one to that place with the mantra. Tadyata Om Vakansi Vakansi Ma Vakansi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Om Vakansi Vakansi Ma Vakansi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Om Vakansi Vakansi Ma Vakansi Raja Samagati Soha. Vakansi Vakansi Ma Vakansi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Om Vakansi Vakansi Ma Vakansi Raja Samagati Soha. And that could affect any part of your body. Then for other beings that you have karma with, you can generate them individually as the medicine Buddha, or use a large group, like all the humans on the planet being affected by viruses and specific maladies. Tadyata Om Bikansi Bikansi Ma Bikansi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Om Vakansi Vakansi Ma Vakansi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Om Vakansi Vakansi Ma Vakansi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Om Vakansi Vakansi Ma Vakansi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Om Vakansi Vakansi Ma Vakansi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Om Vakansi Vakansi Ma Vakansi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Om Vakansi Vakansi Ma Vakansi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Om Vakansi Vakansi Ma Vakansi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Om Vakansi Vakansi Ma Vakansi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Om Vakansi Vakansi Ma Vakansi Raja Samagati Soha. Tadyata Om Vakansi Vakansi Ma Vakansi Raja Samagati Soha. Tajadom, Dakinis, Ma, Dakinis, Rasa Samagati Soha, 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 Tajadom, Dakinis, Ma, Rasa Samagati Soha, Tajadom, Dakinis, Ma, Dakinis, Rasa Samagati Soha, Tajadom, Dakinis, Ma, Rasa Samagati Soha. Now we're going to do a special visualization using the protector deities and Dakinis, which are emanations of the peaceful deities, Shenrezi and Tara. And these are the activity emanations. In other words, all Buddha activity of the 3 times is accomplished with the Dakinis of the 5 colored Dakinis, female protectors, standing, and what we call the Pawos, the male protectors. Each of these representing the taking on of the conflicting emotions and pacifying, or actually causing those emotions to become the healing energy with their antidotes to any situation that's appropriate in the human condition, animal condition, or spirit world. So the mantra is visualized coming out of your mouth and into the mouth of the Lama in front as the medicine Buddha, then down to the home, across into your home, coming up into your home and your heart, and then back out. As like the seeds on this mala, and the beads of the mala are the protector, male protectors, and the red thread is the Dakinis producing as it comes out into the mouth of the Lama in front and back. That's what's taking place. Visualize like that, and they heal, take care of all healing situations, all harmful pain and suffering, all conflicting emotions dealt with, all sorcery and hexes, all wrong religion practices, and all harm from animals, humans, and spirits. Tajada Om Dakinis, Ma, Dakinis, Rasa Samagati Soha, 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 Tajadom, 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 Dakinis, Tajatom vacancy, vacancy, ma, vacancy, Raja Samagate Soha, 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 Tajatom Om vacancy, 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 Rasa Samakati, Soha, Tajato, vacancy, 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 Rasa Samakati, Soha, Tajato, vacancy, 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 Rasa Samakati, Soha, Tajato, vacancy, 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 Rasa Samakati, Soha, Tajadam, vacancy, 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 Rasa Samagati, Soha, Tajadam, vacancy, 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 Rasa Samagati, Soha, Tajadam, vacancy, vacancy, Rasa Samagati, Soha, Tajadam, vacancy, 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 Rasa Samagati, Soha, Tajadam, vacancy, vacancy, Rasa Samagati, Soha, Tajadam, vacancy, 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 Rasa Samagati, Soha. And all sentient beings now purified of their judgmental mind, their emotional afflictions, and all sickness and disease stream into you from every direction. All the animals and humans, wherever planet they are taking birth, come into you. All this four spirit worlds, all purified, all the spirit energy in the entire universe into you. You as the medicine Buddha symbol disappear into the mantra in your heart center, the heart mantra, starting with Tadyatha, then Om, then Bikanji, Bikanji, then Maha Bikanji, then Rajdas, then Samangati, then Soha, all disappear into the blue moon. The blue moon is your mind in harmony with the entire energy of the universe. As a five-color sphere of light, blend with space. Either contract to a tiny point of light in your heart center, or expand to the totality of boundless space. Relax in the present moment in Maha Mudra, which is simply the realization of your non-judgmental natural mind as bliss. in this second stage called the accomplishment stage of Tantric practice. It is to be used more and more in daily practice, especially in these times of extreme change, which has taken over our entire planet. And it's arising faster and faster on many levels, not just climate change, not just COVID-19, not just economically, not just physically, but spiritually. And the spiritual disenchantment that's occurring around the world and the entire human condition is what the Dharma mostly is effective in dealing with. Of course, the universe, natural world, has its own program. And of course, these have to be taken into consideration in any situation of Dharma practice. So the more extreme it gets, the more important it is to lighten up on your judgmental connection with not only the environmental goings on, but also the human activity. And to do that, contemplation is very, very effective. And what it is, contemplation compared to the discipline of meditation, is a relaxed state of awareness that doesn't say this is this and that is that, or this is that. It doesn't fixate. It doesn't say, because what appearance is being distorted by our fixating on these experiences emotionally. But worst of all, using our, we call relative judgmental mind to deal with them personally and in connection with families, friends, jobs. And other activity. So we are not our experiences. Experiences arise from the emotional preoccupation and judgmental habitual tendencies that we brought forth from previous life. Contemplation is to know that these are void in nature. They are not self-created. They are not infinite, even though they have tremendous power, energy. The whole purpose of the Dharma is to relax. Relax in the 6 stages or bardos of your stream of being. Waking, sleeping, dying, dreaming, leaving, and returning into the human condition. And these are illusory. When you become the deity in practice, such as tonight the Western Buddha, that's to use this recognition of the illusory nature as being malleable. That you can, with your Mahamudra development, natural mind, change and cause what needs to arise appropriately. An example of that is here in Hawaii we have tourism. Now we don't have tourism. That is more appropriate. To the environment and to the well-being of the animals, humans, and spirits that exist here, and for the whole planet. And the Dharma is effective in doing that same kind of what is appropriate in your own situation. And then you can relax, remove judgmental mind. Non-judgmental mind is Mahamudra. Not attaching to the experiences that arise from being peaceful, or kind and considerate, or loving. Yes, those produce the most positive result and heal, but allow them to arise naturally. That's ultimate healing. And it's been working for thousands of years in the human condition. This whole remedy program of the Buddhist teachings and the medicine Buddha practice and all of the deity yogas that we use. So keep that in mind. Your Dharma practice is you're growing, developing, and evolutionarily moving into higher and higher states of intelligence, which are called awareness. And there's no limit to that. There's no time program for that. So as you grow and develop and evolve, relax. Enjoy the ride. Now I'm going to read the dedication prayer that Kala Rinpoche gave us, so that our merit is equally spread to all the beings in the entire universe. None of it wasted. And the merit is based on our virtuous activity of what we do tonight and in our lives from now on. Practicing in this way, and by the power of these virtuous activities, and by the loving kindness of my parents to me, and the teachings of bodhicitta by my lamas, and all my commitment to all my Vajra brothers and sisters, and to all the connections between myself and all men and women, all possessions, even those of beasts of burden from which I take milk and yogurt to drink, and the animals whose flesh and blood I eat, to all of these without leaving one behind, may they all quickly reach the sublime and perfect state of Mahamudra, or Buddhahood. Through these practices, may I never for a moment become discouraged or have weariness or any other negative cause. May I attain ability to effortlessly bestow what is ever desired by beings who are poor, hungry, or thirsty. May I take upon myself the great burdens of beings who suffer the unbearable torments of the hells and other miserable realms. May all these beings attain liberation right now, today. May the Buddhas, Lords of Dharma, who possess the three kayas, the Sambhogakaya, the Dharmakaya, and the Nirmanakaya, and all the 10 wisdoms, may all these gurus, with their yidams, dakinis, and dharma protectors, and others, all witness with kindness this dedication of merit. To this and other lives, May all of my meritorious deeds of body, speech, and mind be for the sake of benefiting all living beings. May all emotional defilements and judgments become transformed into occasions for spiritual progress. May the appearances rising before my mind, recognized as illusory, come under my control. For my own sake, may I attain the Dharmakaya. For as long as samsara is not emptied, may I achieve a great wave of good deeds for the sake of others. May I achieve this by the means of the two form kayas, the kaya of the deities and the kaya of the teacher. With vast enlightened activities for all sentient beings, may we have trained each and every one according to his or her own needs. May all these beings being trained live in appropriate times for their spiritual development and growth. May I be skilled in skillful means with regard to Dharma practice to arrange auspicious circumstances. May all my connections with beings be meaningful. May this ocean of samsaric suffering now become empty. May all attain the clear light of the Dharmakaya, the all-pervading nature of Mahamudra. May I accomplish this dedication of merit right now, just as the Buddhas of the past, present, and future dedicated their merit. Until the attainment of Buddhahood, may I be born in good families, be free from illness, possess clear faculties, and conduct myself with morality and introspection. May I be respected by all. May we fulfill all hopes and wishes. As long as we have not manifested enlightenment, may all harm from disease, evil spirits, harmful forces, humans, wild animals, demons, and the four elements become completely pacified. May my lifespan and merit increase in order to benefit others in infinite numbers. May my glory and wealth become vast in order to benefit them appropriately. Then may my renown as a Lama equal the sky. May all of my activities of body, speech, and mind become beneficial for sentient beings. And may this ocean of samsara, right now, in this moment, become empty. May I attain perfect enlightenment and realization of my natural mind as Mahamudra. Gewa di nurdu da, shagya champo drugirne, gowa chinking malupa, de sala koparsha, sanjay kuso nimpai chimla da, choni mega nimpai chimla da, gendu miche dumpai chimla ki, chitar goma mong drupar show. By this virtue, having realized Mahamudra, may I quickly establish all beings without a single exception in that state, by the blessings of the three kayas of the Buddha being accomplished, by the blessing of this truth of the Dharma being unchanging, and by the blessing of the wishes of the Sangha being unwavering. May this dedication prayer be fulfilled. May all the lamas have long life, good health, happiness, and prosperity. May all their wishes be fulfilled. May all beings be happy, free of suffering, established in bliss and equanimity.